Good morning. Today I'd like to go over the 6 pillars of real cost of ownership on this amazing Freightliner, which is considered the new Cascadia that just came out. So the 6 pillars, I'd like to start off with the quality aspect of it, which is obviously very important to our customers. So the quality that went into this, before they built the truck, they had 50 prototype trucks running out there being tested. They tested over 3 million miles, and this consisted of track testing, summer and winter testing, cold chamber testing where they dropped the temperature way down below zero, just trying to make components break. They also did a shaker rack, which simulates thousands of miles of abuse to the truck, shaking it, all the components, seeing what holds up, seeing what doesn't. Just relentless component testing, all to bring you lower costs for your truck running down the road. So that with quality, and then fuel efficiency was a big pillar for them. What they did with this truck here, there's 3 packages now that are available for fuel efficiency. This being the maximum. This is actually the Aero X package. What makes this so significant is you have the lower bumper here. You have the extra long side extenders, 24 inches there. You also have the flow below wheel fairings at the rear with the hub covers. So that, with aerodynamics, with the mirrors they redesigned for fuel efficiency, the windshield they put back, they got the door seal, the mirrors, like I mentioned, completely redesigned. The sloped hood now is 126 BBC, so that's now giving you more aerodynamics. So I explained the Aero X package. Then there is the Aero package, which basically you'd get this bumper, but without the dam below. You would get the shorter cab side extenders, and you would not get the flow below skirts around the rear wheels. So that would be the Aero package. And then you have the standard package, which would be less yet. So along with the fuel efficiency, we have the integrated Detroit powertrain, which consists of the engine, DD engine Detroit, Detroit transmission, Detroit axles. All those combined together to give you the most efficient, best communication possible between the components to bring you the best fuel efficiency. As I stated before, with everything here on the Aero X package, up to 8% better fuel efficiency over the old truck. Along with that, they also have the DT12 super finish gears in the transmission, which basically reduces the parasitic loss, along with the Detroit axle lube management in the rear end. With the gears, it's always sloshing oil there. Well, now they reduced it with the pump there, so you don't get all that oil, and again, that reduces the parasitic loss. So those all combined bring this Freightliner new Cascadia to the most fuel efficient truck out there today. Along with that, the next pillar I'd like to talk about is the safety pillar. And basically that consists of the Detroit Assurance, which on this truck here, and I'll explain it, is a collision mitigation radar, which is right here, which enables the driver to go down the road when that's engaged, and it'll keep the following distance of cars ahead of them. If a car would slam on the brakes, this truck would automatically slow down and keep the distance. If there was an accident there, the driver maybe was not paying attention, it will actually catch stationary objects. So it'll bring this 80,000-pound truck to a complete stop before it bumps into something there. Again, it's about safety. It also has active brake assist, which is part of the Detroit Assurance. Adaptive cruise control, which that's what keeps your speed in a 3.5-second interval, which is adjustable. And then enhanced stability control. So if there was some quick braking, it will help mitigate a rollover and help the driver keep control of the truck. So all those combined under Detroit Insurance bring obviously more safety to the truck, but then keeping your costs down. So we all know what can happen with one accident. One bad one can get very expensive in the court system. Then we also have the next tier I'd like to talk about is the Detroit Connectivity Analytics, and that consists of basically 3 items: a virtual technician, and remote updates, and then the Detroit Connect Analytics. The virtual technician, which has actually been around for a couple years, but now it's standard on the Cascadia for 5 years. Basically, it's like a long tether cord to this truck from the shop. So it'll allow the customer to see ahead of time what's wrong with the truck, how critical it is. Maybe they can make it back to the home base. Maybe they bring it into a dealership, but it'll tell the driver and the fleet company what's wrong with the truck, where that part is, and what dealerships have that part, and how long it'll take for them to get in. So it's all about downtime. And then with the, along those same lines with the remote updates, now updates, you don't have to bring them to the dealership to get updates. You can do it over the air, which is called photo. So again, it's about downtime, keeping the trucks out there on the road, not in the shop. So the third item on the Detroit Connect Analytics is that this truck will provide the customer on-demand field efficiency and safety analysis, providing you cause and insight as to how your truck is performing, how the driver is performing, and so that's a coachable situation with the driver to bring you the most field efficiency out there and safety. So it's just, it's really gotten very comprehensive with downloads, and basically the sky's the limit how far you want to take it. We have some customers that are really going with it, and we think it's going to be the future. We know it's the future. It's here already. Then I'd like to go to our fifth pillar, which is uptime. So we'll go around the truck here. So the fifth tier that I would like to discuss is uptime. I did touch briefly on the bumper, the LED lights. I've touched on the virtual technician, all about keeping the truck on the road. But now I'd like to go inside the cab with the electronics. And what Freightliner did is we used to have 2 SAMS clubs, which is the heart of your electrical system for the truck. So we used to have 2, now we went down to 1. And then the power distribution modules, there was 3, we went down to 1. And this easily removed E-vault, they call it, comes off. So it's very easy access for your technicians to look at it, work on it, see what's up. And obviously by reducing those components from the Sam's Club down to 1, PDMs down to 1, all those connections, all that extra wiring was totally eliminated. So it's a much easier system to work on. It's not as complex. And again, that's going to lead to fewer problems down the road as far as keeping your truck on the road, making you guys money, and not sitting in the shops and having downtime with the drivers. The sixth tier that I'd like to discuss here is driver experience. We know with the industry now how important that is. So what I'd like to do is go over a few features that Freightliner has done to bring a better experience to the driver. One of those is the new 3M insulation that is throughout the sleeper now to give that driver a nice quiet ride. In addition to that, they have quiet steel in the firewall now, which also keeps all that engine noise and heat and cool air out. Again, bringing a nice quiet ride in the truck. What Freightliner also did was they elongated the springs and repositioned the power steering box, so now you don't get the bump steer with the driver going down the road constantly battling the steering wheel. Now it stays pretty much, it minimizes it is what it does. Another new feature of the new Cascadia is a completely redesigned dash, and now they have a 5.5-inch LCD display here, which gives you 5 different programs for the driver to select. Very automotive type, and can give him fuel economy, you can program your radio, Bluetooth. There is just a host of items on there that the drivers will have now to make it a more pleasurable experience for them and being more productive on the road. Now I'd like to go to the back of the sleeper here. So you notice now the Freightliner new Cascadia has entirely new cabinets in here. They were designed by Boeing, who came in and helped us with the design. The cabinets all lift up on the doors, tilted back a little bit, so you're not going to have items falling out when the driver's going down the road and he opens up the cabinet. All new hinges. You have dampeners there so you don't get the rattles while the driver's going down the road. Especially designed cabinet here for a microwave, all plumbed in. We have now a TV mount right here, so driver can mount his flat screen TV, put it in different positions. Have the workout desk here for when he's doing his books and whatnot, eating. And then this one comes with a built-in refrigerator, completely new, insulated, nice fit and finish. And then we also have, if you can get a shot up here of the LED lights, which really lightens it up. And there's so many different levels. This is not on the highest right now, but it gives the guy as much light that he needs for the truck. And again, LED, long lasting. We also now have a ladder here that comes down for getting in the upper bunk. So now you don't have to step on the various cabinets to get in the upper bunk. It's telescoping, very easy to use. Also part of the driver's experience, we do offer a driver's lounge now, which is not this one here, but it is available. It consists of a Murphy bed that goes up against the wall, and then the table slides out. So it has 2 seats on each side of it. So a guy, if he's with his team or just himself, he can do his paperwork there, eat at a table. Then he wants to go to bed, he just pulls the table up, Murphy bed comes down. Very slick, very nice. We think that's going to be a real positive selling item for the drivers, for the whole driver experience, maybe rewarding drivers. So along with the driver experiences that I discussed here and the 6 tiers that I've discussed, we strongly feel that this is going to be the most efficient truck out there, bringing you the lowest cost of ownership with the new Cascadia. Thank you for your time.